So I found this game called iMitosis on Steam. It's got very positive reviews, and all of them are saying go into it blind, don't try and figure anything out. So I have no clue what this game is about, really. I know it's short and that it's horror, but that's about it. So let's get into it. I'm inviting you to consider this fact. A humanoid IMI X unit is already over 100 times cheaper than the average human employee. The disparity will only increase with time. Except from the intrinsic machines incorporated internal memoradium circa 2199 AD. Continue. There is only oblivion. I wait. You wait. In the soft darkness, something sharp comes into focus. An awareness is formed, floating in an empty sea of nothingness. You exist, and you're weightless. There are other sensations. I listen. You listen. Your eardrums rumble, submerging you in soft static. You can barely hear a distant monotone voice. Sensory system initializing. I feel. The void presses gently on you from all sides. As you stir, the substance shifts to accommodate you. I think. Which I should have done in the beginning. I'm realizing now because all the other things. You're aware of yourself and aware of that awareness. Your body is an interface between you and not you. I breathe. Something vicious pours down your throat and into your lungs. And then I open my eyes. You force your eyes open. You're immersed in a translucent fluid, some of which you have just inhaled. I cough. You retch, forcing the substance out of your lungs. You can't breathe without inhaling more. I look around. You search for an exit. You're in a cylindrical pod with no obvious door or hatch. There's a gray room outside. You can't see it clearly past the fluid. Your vision narrows. Swim upward. On instinct, you struggle upwards through the thick gel-like fluid. The substance reaches all the way to the circular ceiling. There is no air to be found here. You hear a droning voice. Diagnostic check complete. Thaw successful. Please complete the registration process on the terminal. A panel set within the circular ceiling flickers to life. Examine terminal. Please enter your name. Okay. Continue. Select your favorite color. Ooh. Wait, can I just... Well, it's definitely not black. I really like a magenta or just red. I think like here somewhere. Nice color. Employee contract. The employee contract is made of as of errors, blah blah blah. Who reads the fine print? Just check the box and register. The circular ceiling swings open with a pneumatic hiss. You strain upwards and break the surface of the translucent substance. You catch your breath. Air rushes into your oxygen-starved lungs. Emerge. You emerge from the lid of the cylindrical pod and climb over its edge. You tumble from the pod, landing safely on a metal floor. Examine the room. You survey the large room. The space is crammed with rows of pods. A fluorescent glow barely lights the room. Many of the lighting tubes on the ceiling have burned out. The walls are lined with broken screens that cycle rapidly between lurid, glitchy colors. You have no idea how you got here. In fact, you have no memories at all, aside from waking up in the pod. That's a cool room. Is that mine on the right? The empty one? Examine... self? You examine yourself. You have all the limbs, digits, and extremities that you expect. There's something around your neck. A lanyard with an ID card. You're acutely aware of the intense cold of this room. You shiver. Examine wall screens. Maybe there's a panel. You examine the panels on the wall. Most are in state of disrepair, but one screen still seems operational. It reads, Cold Storage Bay 15, occupied pods 74 out of 121. Status, nominal. Examine the pods. You take a closer look at the pods in this room. Motionless humanoid silhouettes are suspended in some pods. Others are open and empty, like yours. Each pod is covered in an inscrutable tangle of wires and machinery. Your own pod is adorned with serial number X1741. You walk through the grid of pods until you find an exit. As you leave, the robotic voice returns from the intercom. Registration completed for IMIX model in Cold Storage Bay 15, serial number X1741. Welcome to low Neptune orbit. Faye. You have been brought out of cold storage to respond to a security concern. Please follow the path to the nearest security terminal. Our employees are our most valuable asset. Thank you for keeping IMI 29 safe. Wall panels light your path forward into the hallway. Examine the hallway. You take a closer look at the middle hallway. You try some doors to lead away from the path. None open. You hear the droning voice again from the intercom. Please follow the path to the nearest security terminal. Follow the path. You follow the series of lights through a maze of sterile corridors. You don't see anyone else here. The light leads you to a door labeled IMI 29 Security Office. I enter. You enter the security office. The small room is empty, except for a chair and a terminal sitting on a desk. A tiny electronic alert emanates from the terminal. Examine the terminal. Info. Remote user request manual review. This review process will involve communicating with an unknown entity. Remain impartial and do not allow the entity to affect your judgment. Thank you for keeping IMI 29 safe. Initiate manual review. Is this going to be some sort of meta I'm talking to myself? Entity undefined. Attempting entry at airlock. Warning. No ID card provided. Warning. Suit rupture detected. Info. Who are you? Waiting for remote input. X1171776. Continue. Why don't you have a valid ID? I lost it in an explosion. Likely story. And why is your suit damaged? That same explosion. Well, if he's in space and the suit is ruptured, he's dead. Conveniently lost everything, huh? I don't buy it. That's a non-human. Oops. Non-human. Unidentified entity. Unknown entity identified as non-human. Airlock vented. Foreign material expelled. Continue. Suddenly, the station shudders. You are plunged into darkness. Look around. The security office is dimly illuminated by red emergency lights. The robotic voice barks at you from the intercom. Critical system failure. Helium siphon damaged. You are being reassigned to the station maintenance. Exit from the nearest airlock and repair the helium siphon. Oh no. I get it. You exit the room. You walk through the dark hallway. Eventually you reach an intersection. The lights that guide you to the security office are no longer active. It is not clear where the airlock is. Is this gonna be... I'm gonna have the one outside, aren't I? And then I'm gonna kill myself. Crew system resigns. Exit from nearest airlock and repair the helium siphon. Well, the right path is always right. You turn and continue down the right corridor. A locked door on your right is labeled Koala Serialization. As you wander through the maze of corridors, you reach another intersection. Well, if I keep turning right, eventually I'll come back and we'll do the whole thing. Continue hugging the right wall. Finally, you notice a door labeled Airlock V3575. The airlock door is closed. A terminal here prompts you. Insert ID for suit. Your ID card is hanging from a strip of fabric around your neck. Insert ID card. You insert your ID card into a slot in the terminal, and the card disappears inside the machine. A message appears on the screen. X1741 authenticated. Short-range identification color. Safe travels. A pneumatic device near the door opens to reveal the spacesuit. The suit is painted with the color you selected as your favorite. Wear suit. You clamber into the bulky suit. The terminal ejects your ID card. Please put the ID card in, like, inside. Oh, but the suit ruptures. Fuck, how do I prevent this? Put it in the helmet. You retrieve your ID and place it into one of the suit's exterior pockets? Hold on, that seems like a really bad idea. The airlock door slides open. Enter airlock. You proceed into the airlock. The inner door shuts behind you. The airlock depressurizes and the outer doors open. You fly out into space, aided by your suit's thrusters. Neptune looms below you. Aquamarine clouds drift slowly across the gas giant. A pipe of unfathomable length descends from the hub of the station to the planet's surface. Approach the siphon. You approach the enormous helium siphon. You come to a gradual stop near a small maintenance platform. A terminal here reads, Insert ID for diagnostics. Insert ID card. Watching as the machine swallows the card. The maintenance terminal automatically starts a diagnostic program. Suddenly, your suit radio crackles to life with a man's voice. 1741, where are you? 1741. Hello? You ask. The voice responds. Ask your questions while you still can, 1741. The diagnostic program responds that all systems are operational except the macerator, which has been disabled. A switch near the maintenance terminal is labeled Override Macerator Safety. Are you human? I think so, the man replies. Well, probably. I probably was at some point. My guess is that you're the same 1741. What do you mean? You demand. The company's been trying to create a synthetic consciousness, the man explains. At least we were when I had my brain imaged. And judging from the fidelity of my qualitative experiences, we succeeded. The man sighs. You must have been imaged too. I wonder how much time has passed since then. Change the subject. Where are you, you ask. Ah, the heart of the matter, the man says. I'm trapped inside the helium siphon. Each time I wake up in here next to a bomb, then you either hit that safety override or the bomb goes off. The man pauses. Wait, I already mentioned the bomb, right? Can you defuse the bomb? I have no tools, but I've tried. The man sighs. It ends poorly. But it'll be alright. I'll wake up in here again. I'll just wake up in here again. Why is there a bomb? Like I said, it was here when I woke up, the man explains. I must have done something terrible in a past life. Change the subject. What is qualia serialization? Recalling the locked door. Ah, the man says. A complex topic. How do you quantify the experiences of, say, seeing a color? What numerical properties does that experience have? You see, qualia serialization is about recording one's subjective experiences in an objective mathematical way. And why would we want that? Oh, the technology would have had all kinds of applications, the man responds. I'd be able to relate my experiences to you directly, with no need to rely on language. You would simply read the qualia and have a comparable experience. The man pauses. I'd be able to show you what it's like to die here, over and over. You hear a faint beeping on the radio. Who are you? I'm a scientist, or I used to be. I worked for the company. The man pauses. I don't remember my name anymore, he says dully. It's been too long. I used to know it though. Then what should I call you? I suppose Sisyphus is apt, but let's not dwell on the subject. We have more pressing matters to discuss. The beeping grows louder. Why are you calling me 1741? That's the number of times we've had this conversation. Sisyphus sighs. The number of times I've died here. My name is Faye. Ha! Perfect. I'll play along. Suddenly, a silent explosion sends you tumbling backwards amidst a hail of metal debris. You realize that your spacesuit has been punctured. Oxygen hissing out of your suit. Proceed to the airlock. You use the last of your thruster fuel to quickly reach an airlock. Oxygen rushes out of your damaged suit as the airlock pressurizes. You try to open the inner door, but your ID card is still in the maintenance terminal at the siphon. Examine the airlock terminal. Info, attempting to authenticate user. Warning, no ID card detected. Error, authentication not successful. Airlock sealed. Manual review required. A security officer will review your request. They will decide if you are human or non-human. Request manual review. Who are you? In need of help. Why don't you have a valid ID? I am stupid. 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 Why is your suit damaged? There was a... That's a screenshot button. Bomb. Bomb? Bomb. Bomba. Your story ends here for now. The last person to play this name was Huge Ass Man. Fuck, man. You identify them as non-human, jettisoning them into low Neptune orbit. Now it is up for the next player to determine your fate. Alright. I mean, that was a cool game. That was funny. Hope the person who comes after me decides I'm a human with my answers. I think they're fine answers for a human. Anyways, if you want to play this game and decide someone else's fate, you can go ahead and do that. It's free on Steam. But for now, that will be all. So hope you guys enjoyed. Just leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want to watch more. But for now, bye bye.